test your loyalty. All the time, you hear people say, friends, family claim you can trust them and that they are loyal to you. Well, I believe they may feel that way, but how do they for sure? How do you know unless you have been tested to see how loyal you are? How do you know if no pressure has been applied to your friendship, marriage, or relationship? At the end of the day, we are all human, and sometimes we never know what we would do in a bad situation. All we would love to stay loyal to the ones we love, sometimes it doesn't end that way. Sometimes it's best to test who's around you and see just how much you can trust them. So for example, you have Jim and Greg. The two have been best friends for their whole life. Their parents know each other. They went to school together, even dated twin sisters. These two are inseparable. One night the two leave for a party. Jim had been drinking and Greg had only one drink because he knew that he had to drive home. Little does Greg know, Jim has some marijuana in the glove box. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, they're driving, and the cops come out of nowhere. Once they are pulled over, the cop smells alcohol, and so he searches the car. Now keep in mind, Greg still doesn't know what's in his car. While doing the search, the cop finds the marijuana. He then turns around with it in his hand and asks, "Whose marijuana is this?" Greg has this shocking look on his face, and Jim hasn't said nothing. So what do you think happens when they both have to go for questioning? Does Jim do the right thing so his friend of 20 plus years doesn't get in trouble for his mess? Or does Greg take the fall for his friend knowing that it wasn't his marijuana? This is the reason for this test, to get that answer. So basically, you would get people to sign up for some bogus act. They should bring their close friend, family member, wife, husband, etc. They will not know the real reason they are there, only we would know. After that, we'd then come up with a concept or some type of test for them. We would then sit back and watch it all unfold. For the ones that pass the test, some type of reward should be given. And for the ones that don't pass the test, then a mediator or someone would sit them down and talk it out with them. Some examples could be staging a robbery, staging a disappearance, getting set up by the cops, being evicted out of your home, staging a fight, being sick in the hospital on your last days. These are just to name a few.